Hi, welcome to this yoga class on the second chakra, Svadisthana, or the sacral chakra. So, coming into your comfortable seated position, Sukhasana or easy pose, just the legs crossed, sit up on something if you need to. We're going to take Shakti Mudra. So we're going to wrap the thumbs with the first two fingers, tucking them inside, and then bringing the ring and small fingers tips to touch, and then just turning down the fingers and resting them here. So this chakra is all about our hips and pelvis. It's our reproductive health, and it's the essence of our flow, our waters, our emotional body, our creativity and how much we express ourselves. So when you're ready, relax the hands in the mudra, roll the shoulders back and down, closing down the eyes and feeling the sit bones against the ground. Feeling into that root chakra first, so really grounding down, sending your roots out from your base, connected to the earth. So as we ground ourselves in the first chakra, connecting to the earth and our physical bodies, we move up now to the second chakra, into relationship with ourselves and then others. This is our emotional intelligence. So quite often we experience the world through our thoughts, through the mind field. This chakra is all about experiencing the world through our emotional selves. So as you sit there with Shakti Mudra, starting to breathe deeper and longer, and sensing into this space around the pelvis, 5 fingers below the navel, and the front and back body. And just starting to perceive the colour orange here. This nice shimmering orange colour around the pelvis. A liquid orange, moving and swirling with the breath, as if you're breathing into the second chakra, where this orange liquid resides. And each breath is swirling and moving this liquid, stirring and bringing more vibrancy to the colour, more fluidity to the place. So really getting into a sense of this space, your sensuality, your sexuality. Svadisthana meaning the dwelling place of self. It's all about how we experience life through the senses, through our pleasure. So as we start to move today, just keep connecting to your breath, to this orange liquid around the pelvis and the sacral area. And we'll release the hands from Shakti Mudra, bringing them palms together to touch at the third eye, making an intention today. Maybe it's a personal intention for you, or maybe just to keep connecting to this second chakra. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart and chant the mantra, the seed mantra for here, which is VAM, V-A-M, 3 times. Taking a breath in. VAM. VAM. hands down, changing the cross of the legs. And starting to just make some Sufi rolls. So we're starting to whirl the body around and really feel as though the movement's coming from the pelvis, from this place, and just starting to churn up the energy, starting to really stir up that orange liquid around this area of the sex organs and the hips. This nice fluid orange moving and stirring and whirling around. And we'll go the other way. Keep connecting to the nice deep breaths as you stir around this second chakra. And then we'll just come and start to move the neck around in circles. You might want to keep moving a little bit the body, or maybe stopping the body and concentrating on the neck. So we're really going to connect into these soft fluid movements of water today, moving away from rigidity in the poses, which can often happen in our yoga, going the other way. So we're really flowing as if we are like water, the breath like water. Let's start to move through the shoulders. Inhale to lift, exhale, round, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bringing them down. Inhale, breathe up, exhale, squeeze, round and down. Let's go the other way. Inhale, bring them up, exhale, over. You can really get into this movement as much as feels right for you. Maybe rocking the weight, maybe undulating a little bit. No, there's no set way to look. It's not about thinking into the movement, but it's about feeling into the movement and being that fluid, riding motion on top of the breath. Nice. We'll flow from side to side. So bringing down the left hand, inhale, right arm goes up, reaching over. Inhale, switch it round. Exhale, reach. Move with the breath. Breathe in, breathe out to come over. If you want to go slower or quicker than me, just sync up with your breathing pattern. Inhale as we come up and exhale as we reach over. And finishing off on that side. And coming back. Let's bring the legs out wide and just circle through, through the ankles and the toes a little bit. And we're going to bend into the knees, so you're kind of resting on your heels. We'll take the big giant spoon and start to stir into our pot. Stir in this golden orange, the colour of the sunset, this liquid gold stirring around through the pelvis area and the other direction, going as big as you can to feel that opening through the hips and groin. And don't forget to sync up with your breathing. Making sure to go both directions. And if you want, you can stir it in more fluid ways, figures of eights, or just in any way that feels nice and fluid for you. So we're really trying to get away from any rules and thinking. It's just feeling, maybe closing the eyes. Nice. And then we'll come onto all fours, maybe crossing the ankles to come over, or finding a way that works for you. Find a moment to really connect with the earth. We always root first, so that first chakra rooted and connected to the ground, And then start to move and ripple in however way you feel. Maybe you want to make these natural undulations and rolls of the neck and hips and the spine. Maybe bending and rocking the weight around. So again, I invite you to close your eyes here and just really feel into the body. Feel into where you need to move, what needs to be released. Tuning into the body's intelligence. And as if the movements are beginning in the sacral chakra, in the hips and pelvis area. Nice, and then just tuck the toes, sitting back, give them a little stretch, and we'll roll out the wrists. Moving in whatever way feels right. Maybe adding in the fingers. And then coming to tiger position. So we're going to explore the range of movement in the hip joint with the knee bent, just starting to roll it round. And again, not exploring with the mind, but with the feeling realm in the body. Taking as big as you can through that hip joint. And then maybe the other direction. Lovely, and then let's go to the other side. Both directions. And then we'll come into the wide child's, big toes together, knees wide, sitting back on the heels. Bring the palms together, bend the elbows, and just bring the thumbs on the back of the neck. Start to imagine that the breath is moving as you inhale from the crown down to the pelvis, this liquid orange coming down to the pelvis, then exhaling back up through the spine, out of the crown. This liquid orange flowing through the central channels to Shumna Nadi as you stay in child's pose. I'm going to invite some movement in with this breath now through, from child's through to cobra and back again. So we're going to lift up from child's and drop it down, keep the elbows tucked in. Scoop the chest forward and inhale to lift up. Then exhale round back into child's. As if you're pressing, scooping yourself forward. Inhale. Exhale child's. Just move with how your body works. So you can stay high if it's too much to come low. Inhale for cobra and exhale back to child's. Breathing in, scoop forward. Breathing out, release back. Keep working with this liquid orange flowing through the body, through the central channel. And one more. And then releasing back to child's. Relax the whole body there. Each out breath just really releasing the hips and the sit bones deeper towards the heels and the ground. Maybe a few cleansing breaths, opening the mouth to breathe out with a sigh. Then we'll come into a soft downward dog, so tucking the toes, bent knees. I'm going to kind of make a ripple in motion with the knees bent in down dog. We're on the pads of the feet. And we'll inhale, lift up, shift the weight forward, and exhale, press it back. So straightening out the legs to lift forward, and exhale, bending the knees back. Remember to really root down the hands. Keep the hands pressing in. And just rippling through the legs and the spine. And then finding your down dog stillness there. On the in-breath, lift the right leg. And on the out-breath, bring it into pigeon. So right knee behind the right wrist. Bring the hands wide so that the fingertips are pressing down in line with the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale to lift the heart and exhale, come down. Inhale, chin to chest, rippling up through the spine. Exhale, chest leads, head follows. Inhale, back of the heart leads, head follows. And exhaling down. And one more. Squeeze the shoulders, breathe in, lift up. And exhale down, shift the hands forward and just come into pigeon, your version, maybe on the forearms, maybe resting the chin or reaching forward. And stay with this liquid gold, breathing from the crown down to the pelvis and back again. And the next breath in, going to lift back up, pressing into the hands where they would be for down dog. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee and lift it up through three-legged dog. Exhale back down, pedaling out the feet. Maybe moving side to side as you bend one knee and shift the weight. On the next side, breathing in to lift the left leg, breathing out to bring it into pigeon. Hands wide onto the fingertips, shoulder width apart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, ripple down. Maybe bringing in Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. Ocean breathing. Mouth closed, closing off the throat slightly. Using this as a mantra to focus that golden orange liquid breath. And next time you come down, come into pigeon. Stay with that breath flowing down from the crown to pelvis and back again. Maybe asking yourself a few questions of how do you experience pleasure in your life? Do you have guilt and shame around sensuality and sexuality? Next time you come, breathe in, lifting up, pressing into the hands, tuck the back toes, lift it into three-legged dog. And exhale, come down, pedal it out, move in whatever way you need to. And we'll walk the feet forward, bringing them wide, coming into Malasana or squat position. Get your version, so maybe you're on the toes and the heels don't come down, that's fine. So we grounding, this is good for the earth element, stability and consistency, so that we can now come up to evolve and grow through our emotional intelligence and awareness. We're just going to inhale to breathe in and exhale, bring the hands down. Let's do that twice more. And then press the hands down, start to lift up the sit bones and heel toe the feet in, hip distance apart or a bit wider, and exhale to fold. So really root the feet, scoop the tail under and come up. Bring the hands on the thighs and come back down. Bend the knees slightly, the elbows. And we'll just ripple up and down. Maybe you want to adjust the feet a bit wider or turn the toes out. Exhaling down. And inhale, rounding the spine up. As you come down, try and give a bit of a back bend. Come forward, a cow stretch. And as you come up, scoop the tail under, cat stretch, rounding. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, round the spine, coming back up. So it's really important to stay grounded so that we can stay true to our individual needs and emotions. And we can strike up a relationship with our intimate selves. And then coming back. Stand with the feet shoulder distance apart. We're going to work with energy here, an energy ball. So reaching one arm over and the other arm under. Inhale, we open, and exhale, coming over. Kind of like what we did when we were seated. Breathing in, feel that expansion, and exhale, flowing over. And let's come back down. Let's come to the front of the mat. We'll start a little vinyasa sequence. So on the front of the mat with the heels together. We'll bring the palms together at the front. So I'll just get my little plan. Connecting with yourself, with the feet, the root to rise from the feet, lifting through the crown, feeling that lift of the heart and head. So it's as though the more we ground, the more we lift these two sensations at once. And on the in-breath, lift the arms over the head, maybe a back bend. On the out-breath, cascade forward. On the in-breath, lift and lengthen your spine. And on the out-breath, step the right leg back to runner's lunge. And we can move around here, maybe just coming onto the knife edge of the feet or playing around with straightening out the leg. Moving. Maybe even dropping the back knee down and shifting around. Try and find something that works for your body. And then lifting back to runner's lunge. On the in-breath, we'll step that back foot to meet the front and lengthen the spine. On the out-breath, fold down. Inhale, lift up through the arms. Breathing out down. Take a couple of breaths. Have that feeling again, that sensation of grounding to the feet and lifting through the crown simultaneously, as though these two motions, rooting with earth, connecting with sky, can open up the heart and bring an expansion through the chest and shoulders. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming down. Breathe in to lengthen the spine and breathe out, left foot stepping back. And same thing there, just start to move and open through the hips and the legs, using the ball of the back foot to spring in motion or dropping the knee and moving around there, shifting the weight, shifting onto the edges of the feet. Keep that fluid orange breath. When you're ready, lifting the back knee, inhale, step it forward, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. Breathing in, rise. Breathing out, pour that energy down to the heart. And come back here Root to rise, to open the heart. Cleansing breaths if you feel. And breathing in, lift. Breathing up, flowing down. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, right foot stepping back. Left foot follows to plank. And exhale, knees coming down. Coming all the way forward. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, down. Inhale, press back to child's pose, tuck the toes under. And exhale, downward dog. Bring the feet together here. Inhale, lift onto the balls. And exhale, shift the heels to the right, bend the knees, press towards the mat. Inhale, lift through the center. And exhale, press down. Move with your breath. Breathing in to lift out through the center, breathing out to squeeze down. And then come back to your down dog. Walk it out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. And dropping that back knee. Bring the right hand on the inside of the foot. And reaching that right arm forward. Feel a lengthening through the spine and as if you're reaching the crown towards the fingers. Then on an in-breath, sweep that arm back as if you want to reach towards the back heel. And then as you exhale, shift the weight back, come on the front heel. Half monkey. And we'll do that again. Shift the weight forward, plank the left hand, reach your right arm forward. Inhale, sweep it back towards the back heel. And exhale, shift the weight, come on the front heel, fold. Inhale, reset. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, sweep back. And exhale, shift. Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey. And reset. Reach forward. Inhale, sweep back. Last time, coming back. And then coming down. Getting ready to step forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. And breathing in, lift it up. Breathing out, pouring it down through the center. Nice. Probably feeling the heat starting to stir and generate. And we will do the same on the other side now. Root to rise, open the heart. And inhale, lift. Exhale, flow, cascade down. Breathing in to lift and lengthen. And breathing out to fold. Left foot coming back. Move through this vinyasa, plant the hands, breathe into plank. And breathe out, flowing down, elbows tucked. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, round to child's pose, tuck the toes. Inhale, down dog. Like we did at the beginning, bend the knees and just start to ripple back and forth. Bend the knees, shift the weight forward, and then inhale, lift the sit bones. There's not really any right and wrong way to do this as long as you're just moving and feeling a bit of fluidity in the shift of the weight and the knees bending. And then find down dog. On the in-breath, the left leg lifts. On the out-breath, step it forward. Between the hands, dropping the knee. We do the same on this side, flowing through lizard and half monkey. Reach the right arm forward. Right arm, left arm forward. Sorry. Inhale, sweep it back. And exhale, shift back, half monkey. Inhale, reset. Reaching forward, exhale. Breathe in, sweep. Breathe out, half monkey. Inhale, reset. Exhale, reach. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, shift the weight so the hips are over the knee, kind of. Keep flowing. There's not really any rules, so I don't know why I said that. Slipping into the alignment kind of yoga that we're all used to. But I really want you to embrace the flow this time. Also, if the breathing that I'm saying doesn't work for you, it's okay. Just keep flowing and breathing deeply. And then coming back. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and inhale to step it up. Exhale, fold. Take a little ragdoll. Hold the elbows, sway side to side. And then coming up to the front of the mat. Got another little flow for you. So we'll start here. We'll just take a little reset actually with balancing exercise. So we're going to take your drishti, your eyes, to focus on something which will help with the balance. Interlace the fingers, press the palms down. As you inhale, I'm going to press the hands all the way up, come onto the balls of the feet. And then exhale, coming back down. The end of the out breath, everything comes down again. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sweeping it down. Last one. And then we'll come back to the front of the mat. Root and rise and open the heart. On the in-breath we lift. On the out-breath fold, soft knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold and right foot stepping back. Plant the back heel, bend the front knee and reach open to warrior two. We're going to play with moving the arms, so sweeping the right arm round the front of the head and then opening it out. Then sweep the front arm back around and forward. Sweeping round the head and reaching back and sweeping around the head. You can allow the body to flow forward and backwards with the breath. Keep sinking that front knee over the heel. Nice, and then bring the hands onto the hips and bring both toes forward and turn around. So we're going to come down in our forward fold. Soften the knees. Take hold of the elbows like raggy doll. Bend the right knee, straighten out the left and sway towards the right. And then alternating that move. Kind of making a figure of 8 with the arms as you bend, alternating knees and sway. And then root the feet, lifting up. And we'll switch the warrior to the other way. So what foot was forward? We'll bend the right knee, left leg straight, warrior two. Sweeping the front arm back and reaching it forward and sweeping around. Keep flowing with your breath. Sweep, open the shoulders, flowing like movements, like liquid. Lovely. And then come back to both feet forward. Bring the heels in and we'll move up and down through goddess. Bend the knees, sweep the arms down, and inhale, coming up. Cross the wrists, exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And last one. Exhale. Turn back to the front of the mat. So right legs back, left forward, and come through runner's lunge. On the in-breath, lift and lengthen the spine. On the out-breath, fold. And breathing in, gather that energy up and around. Breathing out, pour it down your centre. And we'll do the last flow on the other side, which will be a little bit different. I'll start from this side. Breathing in, breathing out, cascading down like a waterfall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fall, left foot stepping back this time. So plant the back foot again and rotate open to warrior 2. I think I need to face you. So we're going to reach to reverse warrior, right arm lifts, left hand slides back. And then as you exhale, come through this side angle, stretch and rests on the thigh. Sweep down, keep sweeping forward and start to switch the feet around to the other side and eventually coming into that same pose on the other side. Inhale into reverse warrior. And we'll do that again. So exhale back through side angle stretch, sweep it down, switch the feet around on your way and lift up to that pose on the other side. Inhale, reverse. We'll do a couple more times. Exhale, flow. You might want to bring that hand down to the floor as you start to swish it round. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, flowing again. Swishing it round, side angle, inhale, reverse, exhaling down, continue the exhale, swish around, inhale, up, exhaling down, and next time you come to the centre, take that wide ragdoll position again. Holding the elbows, swishing the weight side to side. And then turning once again towards the front of your mat, left foot forward. Inhale, step it forward, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Breathing in to sweep the arms up. And breathing out, pouring it down. Just take a few minutes here. Feel your feet. Feel the crown lifted. And just find the breath, letting it settle. Maybe you feel a slight sway in the body. If you don't feel like complete stillness, that's fine. Before we come down towards the ground, we move through chair pose with some prayer twists side to side, and then we'll come back down towards the ground. So remembering that the base chakra governs all the legs and the skeleton and the muscles of the lower body. So this is great to keep activating our roots, and then really feeling into the movement around the pelvis. So feet can be hip distance or together and touching if you prefer. There's 2 different ways to do it. I prefer hip distance. I'm going to inhale, bring the palms together at the top, and as you exhale, start to come down into chair pose. Weight is in the heels, and cross that right, what's it called, elbow to the left thigh. Then inhale, back up. I'll do it from the front. Exhale, crossing over. Squeeze the sternum towards the thumbs. And inhale, lift. Exhale to the other side. Try and keep the knees in line so that one isn't dropping forward. Once more on each side. And exhale, swish the arms down. Coming down to the ground now. You can come down in whatever way works for you. Sometimes I like to come through a squat. We're going to bring the feet into Svadisthana, so sit bones are nice and rooted. Sit up on a pillow if you feel that you're rounded in the lower back. Take hold of the feet. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. And exhale to reach forward, maybe reaching the arms forward. And allowing some relaxation to come in that forward fold. Deep opening of this area. And come back to that liquid breath of the golden orange. Inhaling down from the crown to the pelvis and exhaling back up again. Swishing and swirling that sensual, creative energy. And walking the hands in, bring the knees together, plant the feet, lean back, lift the heart, a little bit of a back bend and just swishing the knees side to side, releasing out anything. And we're going to come into Svadisthana, so the feet are wide, similar to what we did at the beginning, flowing side to side again. So breathing in, exhale, sweep it to the side. Inhale to open and exhale to the other side. Breathe with your breath. If you're like me, you'll feel clicks and creaks coming out. Maybe you want to swish forward all the way around. Inhale and exhale through the center. So you continue with that same arm to sweep. And then just coming in to a forward fold there, relaxing in a yin style. So relax, let the muscles and feet be released. Head let go. Find the fluidity of the breath. Try and make it smooth and even as if pouring this thick orange liquid in and out of the body as the breath. And then coming up, we'll come into a cow face pose next. So we're going to bring the legs forward, and there's two ways of doing it. You can bring the right knee in, I'm going to cross it over, and then try and stack that right knee on top of the left. You can stay here, or the full pose is bringing that left foot in as well, so that both sit bones are down on the ground. If you find that one is coming up, you can sit up on something, or you can extend that left leg out again into the first variation. We're working towards stacking the knees, so sometimes lifting up and widening the feet away from each other and stacking the knees a little bit more is good. And breathing here. We're going to add in the arms, so the right arm lifts over the head, reach it between the shoulders, maybe reaching towards it with the left arm. And here we're going to start to come into a bit more stillness of the body. If this is too much for the shoulders, just keep the right arm and maybe help assist in that with the left to reach down. And stay with the motion of the breath. There's a great quote from Lao-Tzu that I'll find for you in a minute. I always love the teachings of the Tao, all about surrender and how softness can be so powerful in the end. The essence of yielding and receptivity. So we'll reach the hands down. Okay, if you're in the full pose and you want to have a little laugh or challenge, turn towards the left and keep the feet where they are. We're going to move to the other side, so we're going to pivot on the feet. Keep the feet where they are and just keep walking around to the other side and landing there. If not, just come into the pose in whatever way. We want the left knee on top of the right this time. Half version or full. Take a moment to adjust and get into it. And then left arm reaches up and right arm helping it or reaching back to clasp the fingers. And that quote by Lao-Tzu, water is soft, fluid, soft and yielding, but water will wear away rock, which is rigid and cannot yield. As a rule, whatever is fluid, soft and yielding will overcome whatever is rigid and hard. This is another paradox. What is soft is strong. And then we'll release the hands out and letting the legs go. If you want, you can shake them out. And then we'll start to come down. Bending the knees, planting the feet. And moving up into a bridge pose when you're ready. Really make sure the feet are rooted, not splaying out to the side or pointed in, flowing forward. We're going to keep the palms pressed down and breathe in, scoop the pelvis in, lifting up, and exhale, ripple back down. Imagining that the spine is a string of pearls as we lift one pearl at a time, lifting off the mat. Top of the in-breath is the top of the position. Feet and toes are rooted. And exhale, one pearl at a time, coming back down. Try to keep the knees in line with the toes as you flow up and down. So activating the thighs, squeezing the glutes. Ocean breathing, mouth is closed. Slight close of the throat so you can hear the fluidity of your breath. Coming down, and then we'll bring the soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, and then we'll come into jellyfish breathing. So it's quite nice if you want to pretend or imagine you're a jellyfish in the ocean, floating around. Real fluid movements of the sea together with the body of the jellyfish is quite beautiful. So it's similar to bridge, but we're going to add in the hands. Squeeze the soles of the feet together. Inhale, lift up that string of pearls. Lifting, keep splaying the knees out. And exhale, coming back down. If you can bring the hands to the ground. I've got an aloe vera kind of stopping me, which feels like an octopus in my ocean. And one last time, exhaling down, bring the knees together, hugging them in, maybe taking on the palms with the, taking hold of the knees with the palms. My words are going away now. So circling around the knees. And plant the sole of the left foot down and bring the right side into half happy baby, taking hold of the sole of the foot or the ankle or the calf if not. And we're going to stabilise ourselves by planting the left palm down, extending the arm out. And we're going to rock side to side, so rock towards the left, come on the knife edge of that left foot, and then rocking back towards the right. So just rocking side to side as deeply as you can go in either direction. Pull the navel to the spine so that the core is engaged, and the core is kind of making the movement as well as the pelvis, rocking through this sacral chakra. And then release it out. You can take a full body stretch. Point the toes, reach the fingers. And on the out breath, hugging the knees back in. Plant the right knee down. Come into that half happy baby. Right foot, sorry. And we'll do the same on the other side. Extend the right leg, arm. And then we'll move side to side. This happens when you teach yoga, all your body parts just get mixed up. I'm sure you know what I mean. So the core is helping that stabilise the movement and the liquid motion of the pelvis, like a bowl of liquid. One more rock. And take it into that full body stretch again. Exhale, bring the hands down, bending the knees. And if you like to, come into a little dead ant position, you can call it in kids yoga, or this basic inversion. You can do it also against the wall, where you're resting your feet against the wall. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, make sure not to move the neck. As you come up, support the back. You can stay low, kind of half shoulder stand, or start to come up. The more you bring the elbows together, the more you can lift onto the shoulders. And if you want, you can bring the soles of the feet together. Play around with moving the legs. Maybe one leg coming down, octopus plant. On the other, maybe some bicycles. Keeping with that fluidity. Make sure not to move the neck. Always when we come down, we're supporting ourselves, our back, and our weight onto the ground. And as you come down, let the head and neck come up. And release it down. Arms wide. So feet are wide. And we're going to swish side to side with the knees. So as they come to the right, look to the left. Exhale. Inhale through the centre with the head and knees, and exhale to the other side. Move like this with your breath. And then start to hug your knees in, rocking side to side. And any last little stretches that you need to do. We are now in Svadisthana. So extra layers on, extra blankets, cushions, socks, whatever you need to come and feel comfortable there. Really make sure that you take Svadisthana and don't just go into the mind or stop the video and go off, because it is very important to allow our bodies to integrate what we are doing. This is a time-tested ancient practice. These positions are being used, these practices for a long time, and it's alchemical for the body. It's transforming and changing just to drop our awareness down and become aware of the energy centers coming out of the thinking mind into the feeling realm. It's quite revolutionary for our times, but it's ancient. So we really need to let this settle, all the dust settle from what we've just done. So once you've found your way, just starting to soften the body into the ground. Take something underneath the knees if you need to. And as you lie there, imagine that you're lying on a warm evening in a safe, cozy place outside underneath the night sky where the full moon radiates a silver hue down onto your body. Filling you with the essence of this silvery, watery, moonlight energy. Bathing in the light of the moon. Allowing her to soften your body deeper and deeper. Sinking down into the earth, the light of the moon. Stay connected to this vision and the fluidity of your breath. Opening up to pleasure. Opening up to experiencing life more through the senses. Touch and taste, smell and sight and sound. All the colours of life are to be experienced. If there's any place in your body that feels more dense or blocked, allowing the moonlight to shine her softness there like water, softening the rocks of the body. stay in Shavasana for longer, feel free. Otherwise you can start stirring and moving, awakening, releasing the jaw, the neck, anywhere else, and rolling onto your right side a moment. So transition back. And when we are balanced in this Svadisthana chakra, we allow all our feelings to be felt. We don't project onto another. We take pleasure in life, and we know intimacy with ourselves and others. The Svad in Svadisthana means to sweeten. So we feel more sweetness in the essence of our experience in life. And if you're coming back now, just come into a seated position to finish off. Palms touch, right and left connect. This is Anjali Mudra, signifying left and right, masculine and feminine, yin and yang together. Bring back your intention that we made at the beginning, and we will seal the practice with one chant of this seed mantra, VAM, breathing in. Bow the head to the heart. Acknowledge this space as your teacher and guide. And coming out, rubbing the hands. Press them over the eyes. Blink a few times. And come back in however way works for you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.